Welcome to the Five Pillar Podcast. I've got Drum Major Madison Jackson here, and I've got LC Captain, Co-Captain, Kendall McKinney. And we are coming to you on a Wednesday morning. We've got some questions. This is a way to get to know us so that you get to get more information and have fun with kind of what we do and great personalities and that type of thing. So we're going to start off pretty lighthearted. The first question, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I know for sure Italy.
Italy. Why Italy?
I went there this summer for like a little trip, and it was the most amazing. The weather was beautiful. It was hot, but it was still like pretty manageable. Especially, it wasn't getting in the 107s like we have lately. It was like cobblestone everywhere, which was amazing because you could walk everywhere. It was very nice because even like the cars too kind of like yielded to pedestrians. So everyone was pretty polite there. Everyone was pretty friendly. Everyone spoke English, which was very convenient for someone who does not speak Italian. It felt so much more safe for a big city compared to like, we had to stop in New York before we went to Italy, and it was a little bit of kind of sad.
Yeah.
Seeing the comparison between our big cities and their big cities, honestly.
Pretty crazy.
I want to stay like in the US probably and just move up north and like experience the cold, come back here. I don't really have a dream place to live, just somewhere a little colder.
I got two places. Switzerland, because it's stunningly beautiful and the people are just sweet and innocent and life is very simple. So that would be like, if I need to use my passport, we're going to Switzerland. If I'm staying in the US, I'm going Key West. Everyone knows that I have this thing about Key West. It's like New Orleans, but cleaner. The vibe is so chill. And I would be hanging out at like Captain Tony's and waiting for Kenny Chesney to come do a private concert. It'd be awesome.
The first Margaritaville was opened in Key West.
Again, the vibe is off the hook. It's off the chain.
Off
the chain. So no cap. I'm serious. All right. So let's go to our next question. If you could have coffee or an energy drink / tea, you guys shouldn't have energy drinks. They're bad for you. Monster, the white Monster is my favorite though. That's a go-to. Coffee or energy drink with any historical figure, who would you choose?
Caramel Frappuccino with Winston Churchill, I think.
Ooh, Winston Churchill.
I was thinking about that the other day because for college applications we have to write like, there was one prompt that it was about like a historical figure or something, and to be honest I'd never thought about it before in my life, but then I looked up like historical figures who did art at one point, and Winston Churchill was an artist.
Really?
To find out, yeah.
I did not know that.
And an awesome speaker.
Okay.
I would have to say I'd be I'd be drinking like a white zombie from Dutch Bros with Marie Curie. She's like the most out of all the women who ever womened, she is up there for being like the number one. She like braved her way through like radiology and like died because of her like career. She's just too awesome.
Wasn't she the first woman to go to the certain like university that she went to?
I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
She like got two Nobel Prizes.
And then she also like girl bossed it with her husband too at the time, and he kind of tagged along, and they did their thing together. It was awesome.
She was awesome.
I got two. I would have coffee with JFK because I think he was amazing. I would have an energy drink with Chef Michael Simon because I would want to like hang out and know how to cook better and just be like, give me all the stuff. Just bring it to me. All right. What is your favorite family trip you've ever taken? I think I know this.
Yeah, I think I already told mine.
Yeah, Italy. I mean,
I can't top that.
Obviously.
That was crazy. It was awesome.
We don't go anywhere.
Y'all tried this summer
We
and you
tried.
got scammed by Airbnb. You could share your Airbnb
Not
story.
applicable.
Much like you, I didn't travel a lot when I was a kid with my family. We the most memorable trip I ever took was to Six Flags in Dallas, and we stayed in a hotel the night before we went to Six Flags, and the hotel had a fire and burned down. So I survived, obviously.
Wait,
I
remember you telling us that
was
story and how you were like, always keep your keys and your shoes and your phone within reach.
I still do. Like when I stay at a hotel, like all my stuff is it's organized and laid out because, I mean, I remember crawling on the floor. And again, I survived, but it was very traumatizing for a seventh grader at the time. And if I would say best trip I've ever taken, I've been to Europe twice. I'll go this coming summer for a third time. Again, trip to Key West with my wife was fantastic. Trip this past summer to Mexico was fantastic. I just like to travel. I like to see new places and meet new people, especially from different regions and different parts of the country and all over the world, because that's how you learn and grow. So awesome. What's your favorite band trip?
Favorite band trip, Disney World. I mean, without a doubt.
I mean, that's like the only band trip
Yeah,
I've
to
ever
be completely
taken.
fair.
That's the only one I've ever taken. Yeah, definitely Disney. But like, this first state trip was pretty good.
That's true. I like the hotel we stayed in.
I would say this past year's Disney trip with you guys, probably the funnest trip to Disney that I've been on. I mean, I've been to Disney, gosh, I don't know how many times, 6, 7, with bands. But this, I don't know, the vibe was just really cool with this trip. It was fun.
We're just awesome.
Been to Chicago. Chicago's a great place to go. Been to California. Been to Washington, D.C. with a band. That was a really bad trip. It lasted like 8 days, way too long in the summer. And the bus driver was awful. Like, we were going to get shirts that said, like, I survived Jerry's bus. 'Cause, like, I thought we were going to die several times. But, but fun fact, that was the year that the first iPhone came out.
Whoa.
No
Yes,
way.
it was. Yes, it was. And I had bought a BlackBerry because I was like, I want a BlackBerry because, they had the little trackball and it was like so cool. And we get on the road and I'm like, we're trying to search for things and I could not search anything with a BlackBerry. And Andy Nix, percussionist at the time, he was like, here, you can use my iPhone. I was like, what is this? And I came home from the trip, took my BlackBerry back, got an iPhone, and I was sold after that. So, okay, a little different step here.
Right.
What sign are you? Gemini, Aries, what are you?
I don't really follow that. I
You
don't know.
don't follow the stars?
No.
What are your birthday's in June?
July 21st.
Oh, July 20. Oh, you're a Leo.
You're a Leo.
I'm a Leo.
You're a Leo? I'm a Gemini. June 7th, when's your birthday?
July 28th.
July 28th, when's yours?
21st.
21st, you guys are pretty close.
Yeah.
Any good signs about a Leo?
I've just been told they're cocky.
You are a trumpet, so.
You do play the trumpet. You do play the trumpet.
It happens.
It happens. It
To
happens.
the best of us. I mean.
I've heard I'm kind and gentle. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
It depends on
morning.
depends on the day. Depends on how much coffee or energy drink I've had. All right. If you win the lottery, let's say 10 million, what would you do with it?
Oh, Kendall, you go first for this one.
All right. Instant. I don't know anything about investing, but I'm taking half of that and like kind of investing it and then like paying for college with it. You said
Oh
10
wait,
million?
yeah, college.
So you're
I'm
still going
saving
to
up.
college.
I'm going to college.
You're going to college, okay.
And I'm like, but I'm living large. I'm paying for my stuff and like I don't even have to worry about scholarships and stuff. I can just like
Oh, that's so
talk
true.
to the mission counselor and like slide him $100,000.
I don't think you can, but that's
I mean, those celebrities get away with it.
Yeah, that's it.
worked for the Jenners at USC, right?
Exactly. But I'll do that. And then I would like I don't know after that point. I would probably like buy some records, but that's like $100 out of that. And then, if I could live my dreams, I would like save like 10,000 and then like tour Drum Corps around the world, and then I'd like be epic, and then I'd come back home and have a bunch of money saved and retire or something.
Lovely.
You should work on that.
Are you judging her for winning the lottery?
No, not at all. I'm just like
I live
$10,000.
I live the same life, but like with money.
Yeah,
Honestly.
100%.
Honestly, I tried to make it last for like a while. I still wanted work and I still want a job, honestly.
Good for you.
But then I'd probably, college would be the first thing off that checklist. Whatever I have that like I'd want to spend like fun money wise, I would probably spend it on like just buying a bunch of like actual books, like hardcover ones. Because normally I just check out library or I borrow because they're like $20 each. And I'm like, I read too much for that to
So
be.
you're a reader. You like to read books.
I do. I love to
You
read.
could have
Yeah.
like a Beauty and the Beast like home library.
Literally the dream. If I was if I got $10 million, that's probably what I'd spend the first like few thousand on, honestly.
I'm impressed that both of you would win the lottery but still want to go to college and
Oh yeah.
get a job. That is
I'd be
that's
bored out of
100%.
my mind if I didn't.
That would
What I
be
do.
that would be awesome. If I won the lottery, I would retire right now.
You've already gone to college. You're
Yeah,
fine.
I've already done college and I've done work. For the longest time, I said I would still teach and I would still work.
Don't kid yourself.
At this point, I'm done. I will buy the band another semi. I'll buy the band a huge band hall, all new instruments.
Can we get a new gator?
We'll get it. We'll have like 3 gators, 3 trailers, you name it. Honestly, if I won the lottery, we would invest a lot. We would pay off college for all the kids. We'd make sure that all of our parents, when I say our, I'm talking about Wendy and I, that our parents are taken care of. I'd want to make sure that my grandkids' college fund is taken care of, and then their college fund is taken care of. So we would invest a lot, and then we would travel. I mean, we would. I know we've talked about the first place we'd go would be probably Key West for a month. Probably go like fly into Miami, buy a car, and then like road trip to Key West, which would be awesome. Like to see all the different keys, like
Nice.
just, and then we could like either keep the car or sell it because at that point, like
Who cares?
who cares? Or just buy a place in Key West and keep the car there. But
buy
again,
a
travel.
garage for the car.
I want to go to Spain. I've never been to Spain. That's some place that just intrigues me a lot. Italy, I would like to go spend some more time in Italy. And then obviously Switzerland, London, obviously. I've been to Paris. It's not something you have to do. It's dirty and the people are really rude. But outside of Paris and smaller towns of France are really cool. But like just having the freedom to kind of do what you want on your own schedule,
Would be nice.
that would be, that would be nice. I'm like you though. I think I would still live a very simple life. I wouldn't be like extravagant, like, oh, I've got to have 18 watches and I need to have the fanciest car. I mean, I would have a nice car, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't need like 6 of them. Maybe like 2, but like an SUV type.
I know what I would splurge on. I've been wanting. This is like when I'm old one day. I want to buy like, you know how rich people always wear normal clothes, but they don't look like that. But I just want one like cashmere sweater. I want one
Please.
sweater
Oh my gosh.
that is the nicest sweater I've ever owned, and that's like my goal. I want to buy like a $200 sweater that's like so nice that I can just wear with anything.
Cashmere you can sleep in almost. It's so soft
It's so soft.
and comfortable. I think it's more than $200, but really good.
$500 cashmere sweater.
But again, you just won the lottery, so
Yeah, exactly. That's a goal.
just pay it out. It doesn't matter, right? All right. If you could eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pasta.
Ooh, pasta.
So many options.
Would you change the sauce? Cream sauce? Red sauce?
I mean, on occasion, but normally I'm gonna go with cream sauce.
Is this the only meal I can ever eat ever again? Or is this like one of the 3 meals?
We could say our last meal. You want to say your last meal? What's your last
It
meal?
doesn't change. It's
Doesn't
still
change.
pasta.
Still pasta.
I had toast this morning. That's
had-
gonna be my answer. I could eat toast for breakfast for the rest of my life.
What do you put on toast?
Butter and salt.
Butter
Huh.
and salt.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've been eating avocado toast for breakfast
Oh.
every day, and it's been
Avocados are like
So good for you.
no. What do you mean? They're so good.
So good
Okay,
for you.
wait. I also the
Okay.
bread that I have is kind of like sweeter because it's like kind of thick, and so the avocado goes really good with like how it's kind of sweet.
okay.
I'm going to go steak and lobster. Just steak, lobster, maybe some asparagus, big green salad, and a nice big dessert like golly, chocolate cake, creme brulee.
I tried tiramisu for the first time lately.
So good.
Tiramisu is good.
It's
Did you like
good. I've always had tiramisu flavored things, and then I didn't actually realize how far off it really was from the actual.
Yeah.
What do you think the world's going to look like in 5 years?
In 5 years, I don't think that crazy different, but AI will have advanced a lot more. That I think it'll be being used like commonly in the workplace. Right now, it's kind of just like a behind the scenes people use AI, but I think it would be smart for people to actually start.
Rusty Surrett posted a thing of a like robot computer thing at Chick-fil-A taking orders to people. I was like, oh,
Have you seen this stuff on like college campuses?
Oh yeah, I love those little
Those are
robots.
cute.
a little robot. What do you think?
Like I said, time's just gonna keep it moving. Like people will always stay the same.
Yeah.
Same emotions, same experiences. I don't know. Probably be deeper in like political trouble or something.
God, I hope not.
15 years though isn't that long. Like honestly.
Wait, did you say 5 or 15?
Oh,
Okay,
5? Oh, 5. It'll be exactly the same.
It'll be similar.
Really?
Except, what year will that be? I can't do 2028.
2028. Wow,
I'll be.
that's crazy.
I'll be
We
graduating
graduated
from
from
college.
college.
That's
Yeah.
when it'll be new.
Guys,
No, I think it'll look much the same. Just someone's gonna win the Russia-Ukraine war.
Let's hope, right?
I mean,
yeah.
in 5 years they better.
I think in 5 years, I think most things will be the same, but I think there will be some differences.
The new iPhone will have another camera.
Oh.
We might have like 3 new iPhones by then. I'm ready for the new one though. I'm not gonna lie, my battery is not making it through the day.
It's because they keep making it worse, I swear. Like,
Yeah.
they keep...
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the world looks like in 5 years from now. I mean, look at even this town, College Station. Look at how many new restaurants and things
Oh my
have
God.
happened just in 1 or 2 years. You know, imagine what the place will look like in 5 years.
I definitely think locally, like from when I've lived here, like 7 years, or I guess it's like 8 now. Like all of the little like land plots that have cows or are empty, like those are gonna be bought up and used for buildings in like 5 years.
Yeah,
That's sad.
less farms.
I remember driving past that like little cow field where HEB is now
Mm-hmm, I remember.
every day. And we call it like the ghost cow field because it used to fog up so bad. And you
Mhm.
just see these little like figures slowly drifting across the field.
Yeah, I think you're going to start seeing more land just developed, which again is good and bad because it's moving things forward. It's giving people more things, but at the same time, it takes away from the natural. You know, so and that's a deeper question. You know, that like where do you kind of stop and fall in it? What is your favorite color and what does it say about you?
The transition, I love it.
Serious to fun. That's what we do here on the
We're
Five Pillar
doing-
Podcast.
We're doing the whimsical questions today, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of things.
Oh,
We got
okay.
all kinds of things.
Favorite color, navy blue.
Good.
I don't know what that says about me necessarily, but I feel like it fits.
You're put together.
Put together a little
Put
bit.
together. Wow, nice.
I would have to say yellow.
Yellow.
Of course.
Because
It's yellow.
You're yellow.
you are definitely yellow. Like you just have a vibe about you.
You could also be
Sunshine, fun. I'm gonna say. What do you guys think?
Red.
orange. I was about to say red, but that's because you're wearing a red shirt. I think I'm influenced right now.
It's kind of
It's pink.
pinkish.
It's cool.
I'm gonna say
Coral.
pink. Ooh, it's coral. I'm gonna say pink because we wear pink on Wednesdays, and today is Wednesday on the Five Pillar Podcast.
Alright.
You got that's kind of a pinkish, mauve-ish. All right. What is the biggest challenge you're facing in school right now? And two-parter. How are you tackling that problem?
Wait, but I can't call out names. So
English lit class!
Oh wait. This is going public. This is going public.
Yeah? I don't care.
So her English class.
I'm
No
not a part
names.
of
No
this.
names. Just English.
She thinks it did. That's why she's hiding.
Wait.
I've never wanted to drop down level before. I can't.
So English is a struggle right now.
Yes. I had her freshman year, did not like it, and now I have her senior
You
year.
had a freshman? I thought you had your sophomore.
No, I had Belle
You had
sophomore.
this-
Yeah.
I don't know. I think she's nice. Like, I like talking to
She's
her.
nice.
But it's just that, like,
All
It's
positive
hard-
things. All
yeah.
positive things.
Well, you asked for our
me-
biggest struggle.
For me, it's hard for the grading. Because
She's
I
such a
like
hard
feedback
grader.
a lot. Like, I ask a lot of questions. But obviously, she's an English teacher. She doesn't have time to give everyone
Mass and
feedback.
ask lots of questions.
I ask, oh, yeah. He knows. But as an English teacher, she can't give feedback on every essay. So that's the hard part.
Right.
Because I don't get a lot of feedback. And then it's hard for me to know what to fix.
For sure. Just English.
I can't.
What is the biggest challenge I have facing right now? I think just making sure everybody, because the staff is relatively new, just making sure everything, like from a logistical and organizational standpoint, for them, they feel comfortable with everything. Just because there's so many new techs and staff, we all kind of know the routine and know the day-to-day, but there's a lot of questions on their end, and I want to make sure that that's as comfortable for them as possible. So,
Why didn't we just get like 5, 6 new?
I
Like,
love our new trumpet guy. He's awesome.
Jeremy?
Aw.
Jeremy's awesome.
Yeah, we hired a bunch of them in late spring and summer just because we knew like several, like Drew was graduating and several people were moving on, and Michelle was cutting back, and just so we just tried to get out and find as many people as possible to come in and
so
help.
nice.
So, what's one piece of advice that you would give someone starting out, maybe wanting to go down the leadership track?
For what reason do they want to go down the leadership track?
They want to be a leader in the band program.
You can go first on this one, Kendall.
You gotta put in the effort. You gotta put in all the effort. Like, if it's a struggle to get your leadership forms turned in on time, then maybe either work better at that or be like, would this work out? But really, you just gotta work, and that comes before that. Like, you gotta be like, hey, what can I help with? Or like, model everything. Just put in the work, show up early. I don't know.
I feel like you don't have to do like grandiose like gestures or anything. It's just like, do you watch the drum major? Do you make eye contact with Mr. Fry while he's talking? Are you at standby? Are you at standby? Because I know when you're not at standby.
She knows.
I know you're not at standby. Little stuff like that. I notice like a lot of people, especially from up at the box, like whenever we're watching everything, it's really easy to tell who's consistent and who's not.
I would agree. I would just say, like Kendall said, is work. You got to put in the time. You have to. There's a lot of sacrifice going into leadership or being a band director or whatever job you decide to do. You just have to. You have to put in the time and sacrifice. Speaking of time, when do you get your best work done?
Oh, at night.
Night?
For sure.
Okay, if it's summertime, in the morning, like creatively in the morning. Actually, no, just kidding. I work at night. Okay, yeah. Okay, school night. It's definitely like 9 or 10 o'clock to like 1 a.m. 1 a.m. it starts falling off. I'd say like 12:30 it starts falling off.
At 1 a.m.
But like, we're recording actually.
No.
This is Nikki Nauman. Say hi, Nikki. She's one of our color guard directors. Ava, come on over. Say hi.
Hi.
This is Ava. She's our other color guard director. You're on the 5 Pillar Podcast.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Okay, but like artistically, if I work at like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
and then I do the sketches and everything at 2 a.m. and have the most like intelligent thoughts ever, and then I go to bed and wake up and then work on it in the morning so that my fine like motor skills are better. That's like how I work.
Artistically, I have to work. Yeah, it's same thing as you. Like the later at night, the more like delirious I am. And then, like, as long of a chunk as I possibly can, that's when I get the best work done. If I can work for about, like, 5-6 hours straight, that's good.
I get my best work done probably in the morning. Probably first period when I have my coffee and I can just kind of, it's quiet. It's got to be quiet for me.
This is your best work right here.
This is by far some of the best work we've ever done. Like, we thought Captain's vlog on the trip was great.
Oh, but wait.
This is going to set a precedence. Like, speaking of, who should we have on the podcast next week?
Isaac.
Oh, Isaac?
It
Okay.
was so entertaining.
Isaac and Parker?
And he's still salty that like you took him up to interview that flight attendant and then you didn't have him do anything.
He had enough, like, stare moments. He got his fill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Isaac could
It would
do
be entertaining.
It would be that.
So look out for next week's podcast because who knows what's going to happen on that one. What 3 movies would you recommend to people?
I really like Inception a lot. That's one of like my favorites now. And then one of my like favorite comfort movies, funny enough, is like Cruella. Really like it. Cruella. Yeah, it was a Disney movie that was released.
Okay.
One of their best ones that they've released in the last 5 years. Absolutely. The rest have been. And then third one, I might have to get back to you on that one because it's my top 2.
Okay, most of these are from my movie friend Abby. So Abby, if you're
Oh,
watching,
Abby Stark, shout
Abby
out.
Stark, shout
Abby
out.
Stark, shout
Super
out.
slay, Abby Stark. We miss you.
Yeah,
Love you. In our hearts always.
we she makes me watch movies and like we have sleepovers. It's not make. I want to watch them. Anyway, 2 from her. I would have to say Dead Poets Society.
Oh my gosh.
So good, so good. And then also Jojo Rabbit. It's so good.
Don't know that one.
It's
What was the name of that movie we watched recently at the sleepover that
Sixth
I was
Sense.
like, okay.
and Madison was like.
Sixth
Even though it was
Sense,
like
very
literally
good.
not scary
Sixth
at all,
Sense is
but
a
I
good
was
one.
But
thought
I
it
would have to
be.
say my third one would be Legally Blonde. It
Yes!
never fails.
Never fails.
It's so good. It's such a good message. Amazing movie.
Mhm.
Just great.
Oh, my third is West Side Story.
Ah, which one? Which one? The OG or the new one?
I haven't seen the OG. I've only seen the new one.
Oh, okay. Then go back and watch the OG.
Right.
But I will say the new one I absolutely love, and I love the old one. The old one, like, it's the OG, but the new one was very good. The soundtrack is again off
Can
the
we
chain.
play something? Mambo is so fun.
Oh, that was
We should.
so good.
We should do some
Oh my
West Side
gosh.
Story. Okay, you took one of mine, which was Dead Poets Society. I saw that when I was a senior in high school.
Oh
No,
my god, twinsies.
80. I think it came out in 87 or 88. But oh my goodness, if you've not seen Dead Poets Society, it is a must watch. You must watch that. Again, OG Top Gun is great, but I thought the new Top Gun is just it's a guilty pleasure.
It's good.
I'm going to throw one out that when it's on TV, I watch it all the time. My wife thinks I'm crazy for doing it. I like Pretty Woman. I'm
Never seen
Me neither. You
Oh
think I
my
would've.
goodness, you guys have got to check out Pretty Woman. If you like Legally Blonde, I mean, Richard Gere and Julia Roberts, just unbelievable. Chemistry is good. It's very believable. I think it's age appropriate, isn't it? Oh. You haven't seen Pretty Woman? Nikki hasn't seen. Nikki doesn't watch movies at all. So, I mean, West Side Story would be another one I would recommend. How would your parents describe you?
I don't know. They'd probably just say, I don't know, like creative or like really involved in a lot of stuff, that kind of thing.
Yeah, my dad always likes to be like, "Oh, you're so hardworking." So I'll say that.
Does he sound like that?
No.
No. What does your mom say?
My creative little girl.
She does sound like that, right?
Yeah.
I think my parents would say they were proud of me and just the work that I've done. You know. What's your favorite childhood memory?
I'm still a child.
Yeah.
You were a young adult. Golly, geez, I don't know that I've had I can't pick out a favorite childhood memory.
Oh, going fishing with my dad, like as a little girl. I had a pink fishing. I still have one. It was called the Pink Assassin, and I would catch like little sunfish like no one's business.
You just got a Texas accent as soon as you started that
Yeah,
memory. I
you
was
did.
like,
I'm
okay.
going back to when I lived in Texarkana, and it's like Arkansas, Texas, and it's like I live in Texarkana. You're listening to 103.5 on the radio.
For that hillbilly.
Yeah,
Track up
yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I love fishing.
You haven't ever fished at my pond before. You should.
Yeah, I would say maybe playing golf with my dad. That's one of the things I miss most is when he got sick and got older and had eye issues, because that was something that he and I just kind of were able to share together. So playing golf with my dad, I remember we were playing one course. He played golf, not professionally, but at OU in college. So he was really, really good. I was terrible growing up. But I remember on a par 3, I was up on a cliff and I hit a little 7-iron, and it got close and got on the green. I remember just kind of how proud of me he was. So that was probably a good memory.
Oh.
Yeah. A little sad there. All right. When you graduate, what do you hope to be remembered for?
Not being mean. I don't want to be that senior. There's been too many of that senior that have graduated. I just want to be like, she left. And I don't want it to be like, oh, thank God. That's all I'm hoping for.
That's a reasonable hope, I'd say. I don't think you're gonna be like, thank goodness she's gone.
Yeah, but the people who think that don't know that they're the one that they say thank goodness
Oh,
she's
you're so
gone.
right. You're
So
so
like,
right,
who knows?
Probably. I definitely want to like have had like a really good conversation with like almost everyone in this band by the time I leave. That would be nice.
It's a good goal. When I win the lottery and I leave.
That's the only way you're getting out of here?
Yeah, exactly. Because when I win the lottery, I'm done. I would hope to be like, I just someone who cared about everybody, but at the same time wanted everybody to be their best. And I know that sometimes that can be misinterpreted as, he's really mean or really hard on us. But at the end of the day, I want the best for you guys. And I want you guys to have great, unique experiences and to be really good at what we do so that you have an appreciation and a love for music. And, I know it's hard sometimes, and especially when we have long rehearsals and it's hot and, you can't see the finish line sometimes, but
The starting line.
the starting
You're like, say it
line,
louder.
getting to the finish line. Now we're getting everything's reframed. So
Got the whole artwork now.
the whole art. If you could go back and give your third grade, when you were in third grade, if you could go back and give yourself a piece of advice, what would it be?
I had a lot of fun in third grade. I had a good third grade. I moved like after third grade, so I'd probably be better if I didn't get so attached to my friends. Like if I was a little less, because it like took a year for me to cope with moving here, and it really shouldn't have.
But that's normal.
That's normal.
That's normal.
But
That's
like, it was bad. Like, I don't know. I was pretty good in third grade. It was
I
chill.
know exactly. I would ask my third grade self to start learning Spanish now. Because I'm someone I really would love to learn. I would just love to learn my life. I'd love to be like, maybe I won't ever get like completely fluent, but like somewhat in Spanish and also ASL. I would love to learn those two. But it's a little harder. Like ASL is easy to pick up on, but then like Spanish is a little bit harder now that now that you're older.
I don't remember third grade. That's been a really long time ago. I moved to law every 3 years, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Like getting attached and the older you get, the more attached you get. So it becomes a lot harder.
Fun fact, I've lived in 12 houses in my life.
Wow, 12 houses.
Yeah.
That's a lot of houses.
My dad's in the Navy. Well, he's in Navy Reserves right now, but Navy full time, so we moved a lot.
You moved a lot. I would piggyback on, like, I went through high school and college without taking any foreign language. So I wish I could speak a different language. If I go back to third grade, say, make sure you take foreign language. Just more. What do people misunderstand about you the most?
I don't know, because I don't know what they think.
It's hard to tell people's perceptions sometimes. I feel like I can yell a lot, but that's kind of just being a drum major. And like when I'm not in band, I don't at all. But so probably like getting on to people more.
You feel like you're different on and off the podium?
I'm not different on and off the podium, but like being on the podium like puts me in situations that like I have to act instead of like in my normal everyday life. It's not my problem if someone in my class is like being a jerk or like, cutting up or whatever. But in the band,
Bye, guard staff.
Bye. In the band, I love y'all too much to not do something. So
I don't know what other people think. That's my answer. I don't know.
You don't know what people think about you?
Mm-mm.
What do you think people think about her?
What do they misunderstand, Madison?
What do they misunderstand?
Yeah. Brutal.
Be brutal. I feel like I don't know anyone in the band who has like a bad opinion of you. I don't think.
Good to know.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think maybe people misunderstand how serious of a student you are.
Yeah.
Because you're so you're so
true.
fun and like you like to cut up and laugh and have a good time and dance in the stands, but you're also a very serious student. Or even maybe people don't know that both of you are really very talented at art. Like you have this very serious book side of you, but you also have this very serious artistic side of you that you guys are able to juggle and balance and do things with. All right, let's wrap it up here. Been a good first, this is the first ever 5 Pillar podcast.
It's
Of
crazy.
many. First of many. This is going to be fun.
Is this going to be a weekly occurrence?
I would love for this to be a weekly occurrence and put it out there and let
I
people.
can put the QR code, we can put it on a QR code, and I can put QR code on the newsletter so people can watch it or listen to it.
They can
on the bus
watch it
ride.
on the bus ride. That'd be great. Just so I think my whole thought about this whole thing was just being able to let people get to know, not just leaders. I mean, I want to get freshmen on here, and
We need to interview Clarabelle.
Clarabelle would be a good
Yes!
one. Yeah. Get some freshmen on here and ask them some questions, but just a way to get to know members without, we live in a video podcast world now. So I think it's an easy way to kind of do that. All right. Any final words of wisdom, final words of advice as maybe we head into this first game?
Hydrate, do your homework, and live, laugh, love.
Live, laugh, love. The 3 L's.
3 L's.
I like it.
I say memorize, memorize, memorize. The earlier you do it, the easier it is all season. I promise you.
I would say continue to work hard. I mean, nothing is handed to you, and everything, as good as we're going to be, all comes from your hard work, your preparation, and when you put those 2 things together, we're going to be great this year. I promise.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen glimpses of it already, early on, and that's fun to see. I know Madison can see it from the podium. I thought Monday night's rehearsal was really good, and then the run through yesterday, that first hit at C was just it really popped and blew me away. So just continue to put in the work, and at the same time have a great time. School should be fun, and band should be fun, and let's have fun. Live, laugh, and love.
Exactly.
The band should know how awesome they are this year.
Oh, yeah.
Compared, we always say compared to last year's, but just compared to bands that I see in general, across the board, not even just us in past years, very talented group.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all's rehearsal etiquette has been pretty good this year. And I know that y'all are gonna keep working hard and stuff. We have a really good hold on the music. I'm really excited. I'm glad where we are right now.
Yeah. And I think Friday night seeing Huntsville, heck yeah to them. But I think we're gonna be oh, that's what other bands are doing.
Yeah,
at this point in time.
I hope the freshmen know how talented we are right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Right now, and it's just going to get better. It's just going to get better.
Yep.
Well, hey, thank you for joining us on the 5 Pillar podcast. Live, laugh, love. In the words of K-Mac, go read a book like Madison, and there's the bell. We're going to second period. Peace out.